Welcome back to Take 3, guys. I'm super pumped for this one. Music is not just sound anymore. It's power, it's politics, and of course, it's profit. Afrobeats has moved from our streets to the world's biggest stages. But with that, global shine has come deeper questions about ownership, conflict, creativity, and who really benefits from the boom. Today on Take 3, we're looking past the hits and the headlines to examine the real engine behind Afrobeats' global dominance, the wins, the tensions, and the business shaping the future of the sound. Now, joining us to have this conversation is producer, artist, label executive, industry veteran, the one I call the music rocket launcher, veteran ID Cabasa.
Yes, I was waiting for you to finish. You're not going. Let's make noise. I will climb this chair now. I will climb this chair.
It's okay.
You're
You
welcome,
guys,
sir.
I wish you could feel the energy on set right now. Oh my God. We are about to explode.
It's not easy to have a veteran, have big name like this in the studio. We appreciate you for coming.
Indeed.
We really thank you for taking our time to come and sit with us in our corner to discuss Afrobeats.
Guys, we need to do a proper Take 3.
Who else? Okay, our clap, yes.
Welcome, ID Cabasa.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here.
All right, let's breathe.
Yeah, now we can get into it.
It's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching, it's not just about us. Please remember, you have our WhatsApp number. Will be showing on the screen right there. We're also on YouTube Live. We're going to be reading out your questions, your comments. Let's keep it coming. We have a big name in the studio with us today. You can ask him any question that's been burning your heart about music that you like to know. Don't come and say you're an artist, you want him to produce or you want to blow.
I was about to submit my demo.
You want to submit demo? Take it back.
Don't spoil my business.
It's not here. But please, yes, keep your messages coming on WhatsApp, on YouTube. We'll read it out. Yes, we're super excited already. All right, so ID Cabasa is with us. We're glad to have you, sir.
Thank you.
So let's jump right into the conversation because of time, because, you know, when you're having fun, time flies really fast.
Right.
Now, Afrobeats has gone global.
Yeah.
And we can say you're one of the pioneers of this industry, speaking from production, from songwriting, music, and whatnot. Looking at how fast, or would you say Afrobeats grew fast, or do you think the process was necessary? It was long overdue for Afrobeat to get to this point where we are now, looking at the rise?
So I don't think anything that comes out great comes instantly. It's actually should I say, accumulation of years, even before I came into the scene. Accumulation of years of people making great music. Definitely we're not the first people to go international here in Nigeria. Even before I was given birth to, there were people that were recording, the likes of Fela Nicola Pokuti, King Sunny Ade, and all of, what's his name? Ike Dairo.
Yes.
These people were doing great stuff, even in the music scene internationally. We had Majek Fashek too. So, but what we have now, more like the pop version of our music going global, I think it's accumulation of what has been coming for a while now. And beyond just the music, if you notice worldwide now, the world is becoming African. Because technically there's so much, I think they are tired on the over, whatever that they have done with the music. So everybody is coming back to the motherland, which is Africa. So what we see now is accumulation of years of, you know, things growing. Then the boom came, which is the normal way that some of these things happen. And also shout out to our diaspora guys that really helped with this boom.
Yes.
When the jackpot thing started, a lot of people were shouting, brain drain, brain drain. But at this point in time, I would say it's a brain game. Because if they never left, you won't be having Lagos party in London. You will not be having all of those things that, you know, you won't be having some of our guys in some of those places, the malls and all of those places to play the music and for the world to hear. So I think it's was a process, and it's still ongoing. By
Yes,
the
it
way.
is.
I don't think we are where we ought to actually be yet.
Interesting. I like that. It says now bring gain.
Not brain drain.
Please write it down. Write it down.
You see that my phone is I'm recording like
Jot things down.
I'm telling you. But as a veteran producer yourself and an artist as well, what do you think some of these new generation artists are not going to appreciate, may not appreciate fully about people like you who built Afrobeats?
I won't take the credit for building Afrobeat. Let's be clear about that.
You were part
You
of
were part of
Yes,
them,
the
yeah.
process, like you said.
Yeah.
So I was part of it. Day two, I'm also part of it now. Whatever we've seen now, sincerely, is the tip of the iceberg. I was in a place yesterday, and you know, the ambassador of Sweden was actually giving what is it called, a keynote address, and she was putting out the numbers in terms of what the Swedish pop culture has done. And you will know, and they don't have as much number as we have. And you will know that if you look at those numbers, you will know that we are yet to even scratch the surface. So if I say, what do I think the guys that are doing it now needs, there are a lot of things. Sincerely, it's a whole seminar. But few things that are, because I also sit down and I look at what is happening, I look at where we are coming from, I look at where we are. One of the things I need them to pay attention to is you are lost where you are if you don't know where you are coming from. Because if you left home in the morning and you don't know how to get back home, you are definitely
You're lost, yes.
Yeah.
So there is a need to actually pay attention to where this thing is coming from. Then there's also a need. There is this surge for survivor, where everybody wants to make money off it, and when they offer you money from anywhere in the world, there's no free lunch anywhere. They are not just buying your music, trust me. They are buying a lot from you. They are buying they want to buy off your culture. And it's not that they want to buy it to be doing it. They want to buy it so that you don't really get your identity again. The way Afrobeats is sounding, I learned a lot from the keynote session yesterday. The way Afrobeats is sounding now, I love the technology behind it. I love the melodies that is coming out. But I think there's a need to check the values behind it. Those values, the depth behind it. Because I noticed that a lot of depth is being lost. A lot of storytelling is being lost. Then we're also losing the sound. You know, we want to sound like what is it called? Grammy is going to determine the kind of songs that we make, and the people, So you might, all in the pursuit of monies and all of those things and the fame, you might get to compromise the real essence of what this thing actually stands for.
Originality.
But by the way, we still have good guys that are within the industry that are doing us proud.
Yeah.
I love what Burna Boy is doing. I love what Asake is doing. I love what David, Ruiz, Ola, and all of these guys are doing. Then there's also some younger ones now that are bringing up the Fola. When you look at what Fola is doing, I love Fola personally. I love what a whole lot of ladies within the industry too are doing. I think this period is actually embracing more of our female folks to actually come into the scene and do us proud. So it's a process, like I said, for every win, it's definitely going to bring in some sort of problems that if we can solve, will take us a bit higher.
Interesting.
That's wonderful. Hold that thought.
Yeah,
Everyone.
let's soak it all in.
Let's talk it all in.
This is,
Let's soak it all in.
guys, he has just been in the studio for a couple of minutes and he has already dropped some very, very solid gems, as you would expect from someone who is a father in the industry at this point. But we're going to take a quick break, right? And when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with ID Cabasa.
I feel super excited today because with us, we are here with the king, veteran in the industry, someone who has been there, who has, tested the waters and has made it happen, has gotten used to the process, and he has even created things that went global before your faves did it. The one and only ID Cabasa is still with us, and we're super excited. Your messages are pouring in. I can see people. Your hand is hot. Your hand is hot. Let me quickly read some of your messages before we go back to the conversation. So keep it coming. We're on WhatsApp as well. We're also on YouTube Live. I'm going to be reading out a couple of them from YouTube right now. This is at Black Boy Shea. He says, the code behind coded tunes.
Yes!
Iba Baba and Baba. Cabasa, the king of reimaging hits.
Let them know.
Take 3. Take your flower. All right. At Fumilola Oladipupo 5382 says, ID Cabasa, Baba, Agbalagba. Hey, she also said, Baba in an embodiment of knowledge. It choke. Then Black Boy also says, just few minutes and we are already getting banger from the stage. We are running things. Then this other person, this is at Babawali Aduragba, says, we would appreciate if you can tell us the area you are located at so we can address this issue. Why are you like this? Don't worry, we'll address all the issues. Just drop your comments and we keep the conversation going.
Right.
So, Ekemini, you have a question? You want to go ahead?
I have a burning question, and I decided to keep it so that we can all hear the answer together. Okay. Why and when did you switch to gospel? Because I've noticed that there's been a trend. Okay. The places you speak at, the artists we just see you push. Why did that happen? When did that happen?
So it's a bit funny when you're asking for a switch. I never switched.
Aha.
I've always been
been
like this. And yes, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian and I'm so proud to be one. But what I try to make people understand is my Christianity is more about my relationship with Jesus, not just another African religious guy that wants to stay in the church. And by the way, even to Christians, if you agree that you are the light of the world, we all should also agree that light cannot find its expression in light. It has to be, in fact, it's written inside the same Bible that you have to light up the dark patches of the world. So there's no way I will say I am light and I want to keep myself hidden in light, which is stay back in the church and all of that. Yeah, there are people that are supposed to be in that place, you understand. The goal of Christianity is to more like bring the kingdom of God here on earth. It's not really to start up a religion or whatever. Yes, we have found ourselves in a religion, but the goal, we should not still lose the essence of the goal, which is the culture of God, which is his kingdom. Even when Jesus was praying, he said, your kingdom come, thy will be done. Thy will, God's will. What is the will of God? Even from Genesis, you will see it. He created you and I to go into the world, dominate the earth, take charge and do all of that. So I cannot stay back and God created me to come dominate the earth, and all I want to do is to look for a way to go back to heaven. So my spirit as a spiritual being, as a Christian, is meant to become flesh, to be useful to the world. So which is why I have chosen, not just chosen, I think I am called by God with lights that I carry. So when you see me go to church to actually do all of those things that you see me do, it's almost like going to my brethren to encourage them that, look, the harvest is still plenty. We need more hands, we need more of you. And when people say I'm a gospel, I'm not a gospel, I'm a musician. I produce music. If you're a gospel artist and you come to me, yes, I produce you. If you are a secular artist and you come to me, I produce you. Because I know that God is not against secularism. What God has the problem with is carnality. So we should understand that even the Bible itself, is the fact that we don't understand meaning to words, that we just ascribe context that these things are used for, that we just assume the context is the meaning. Secularism has nothing to say is anti-God. No. Because even you as a Christian, was there anything created without God? So you should know that there is no system that exists without God. The Bible itself, your gospel is meant to be in the secular system. But you can't keep feeding the people that are already fed within the church space. There's a need to take it. Some people will say, but you do secular music, you work with all of these secular people. It's simple. there's no way you can conquer a kingdom that you don't get into. Even the British, they have to come into Nigeria to empower you to speak English. You wear bow tie, you do all of those things today. So once people get, and I'm saying this because I think this is actually the period that a lot of Christians will need to be kingdom-minded, to actually don't just stay and excuse your comforts for staying back in the church, but to take the light that I think you are, that you carry, to really take it out in banking, take it out in creative arts, take it out in what you guys are doing. You are definitely shedding light. Yeah. You understand? So take it outside. You don't have to keep it inside.
So I would like to pick up from this conversation because there's been a huge discussion in regards to secular music and gospel music and how that line, some people say it shouldn't be crossed. If you're secular, you're secular. If you're gospel, you're gospel. There was recently, I think Tim Godfrey did a collaboration with Oxlade, and it blew up the whole of social media. Like, how will Tim Godfrey be doing a song with Oxlade, a secular artist who is doing this and that, a gospel artist who is doing this and that? So in cases like that, where we have people who would say, because we've seen some secular artists who became, or who they say they rededicated themselves to God and they stopped singing their secular songs. The likes of Chidima, she stopped doing secular music and went full gospel music. So does that say that because you rededicate your life, and even if you were not doing carnal music, but it was secular, you feel that no, we should just focus solely and just do gospel music because now I'm a Christian, before I was not?
See, sincerely, this conversation will be long.
Please go ahead, sir. We still have some time to go.
So, like I said, meaning. See, what a thing is not what it is used for. We need to understand that you cannot define meaning by good or bad or by context. You need to have loads of why this thing is.
Yeah.
What is called gospel music? I studied a bit of music theory growing up. I did that in secondary school, and I did the ABRSM thing. And what we call gospel music, even in the real sense of music study, they call it spiritual or sacred music. Which is to say, what we do inside the church is meant to be worship music. Where is the gospel supposed to go to?
The world, yes.
Jesus did not say, go back into the church and make disciples. He said, go ye into the world and share the gospel. So to share the gospel itself, which is where there's a need to actually, because what we do inside church, like they call it in music, they say it's sacred music. Sacredness means that we are setting it aside. We are making it for this purpose, which is worship. You understand what I'm saying? So in that case, if it is sacred music that you're talking about, I think it will not be right to bring somebody that does secular music to come and do that. In fact, the people that, if we go by the word sacred music, sincerely, you won't even have the gospel music industry.
They won't have it, okay.
So, but like for the gospel itself, which is something that the good news that you want to take outside there, sincerely, there is a need for, as a Christian, in principle, by the real meaning of it, every Christian creative is supposed to be a gospel creative. By the real sense of it, I'm not saying they should start calling themselves gospel, but by the real sense of it, you should be a bearer of the gospel. You should be a bearer, whatever they find you doing. Despite the fact that they are not shouting Jesus, 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 they should see Jesus in you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that is the way it should be. But sometimes I don't have an opinion as regards what Tim Godfrey has done. I don't have an opinion because I'm always very careful. My opinions are very subjective. Same way with the people that are saying it's good or bad. They have their reason for doing it. But when it comes to the sacredness of it, the consecration part of it, I think we need to pay attention to what the religion itself actually wants. The reason why they have kept those things sacred. But when it has to do with the mainstream, that it needs to go out. You listen to somebody like Gaze Baba. Sincerely, Gaze Baba is moving from what you would call gospel. Gaze was never even really a gospel guy, but he's a Christian guy that wants to take the what is it called? The gospel of God into the system. And what I've noticed is every time we have people like that want to do that, we like to keep them back. in the church because we're always scared that when they go out,
they will
get
not
contaminated.
They will not return.
But there is no way. There is no way that you can grow if you are not expanding. Even Christianity grew by when they started persecuting them and they started going to different towns. You know, they will now gather here, they will persecute them, they will persecute them again, they will spread. So there is a need to actually understand this. A lot of Christians struggle with the fact that personally me, I work in the secular system and I'm a Christian. But let me say this, and I'm saying it with all humility. I don't hold them an explanation. The person I hold an explanation is God. I have read scripture, I have seen light, I know what I need to do. Because what we don't understand is the music or what we do becomes a distraction to you. You are the one that is, go and check it. It's church people that are complaining about it. It's not the people that they are serving. So I don't want to be distracted by whatever I think is a distraction, because distractions too, if you look at it, they are some sort of attraction that makes you lose focus. So I don't want to be distracted by that. Are you a Christian? Yes. Do you carry the lights? Yes. Do you carry the gospel? Yes. But where do you work? I work in the secular system. If a gospel artist, in what we term as gospel artist now, comes to me, I've produced many gospel artists. I've produced Gaze, I've produced Kent, Edwin Jobi, I've produced Iben, I've produced Jadel, I've produced several. My wife, by the way, is also a gospel artist. I produce her, I write for her. I write worship songs. They come to me, even when I read scriptures and I write them. But that doesn't stop me from, you can be a priest and a king at the same time. David was one. I can give you different people inside the Bible that they were both king and they were priests too. So it's not the Bible that has a problem, it's us.
You know, when he said David was one, just on a lighter note, it's not Davido. But,
But anyways,
what if Davido is one?
ID Cabasa, I have Unfinished Business with you. And this one is about the album, Unfinished Business. What inspired that album in particular?
Okay, so I think the whole Unfinished Business started even before 2019. I think it was after I dropped Totori with Wizkid and Ola. And I was looking for ways to actually dish out music. I know I don't want to do what everybody is doing now. I don't want to be in that space that people don't enjoy music again, they compare. You know, that's why you have all your FCs and all of that. So I wanted to do music that, okay, we unify more and all of that. Then, I think I did a couple of songs that I didn't release. Then I had a conversation with Olamide, I think sometime in 2022, and I was talking about, I study algorithm too, that I noticed that in fact, the algorithm that brought that to me was coming more from some of the old church songs that were springing up and people are liking and all of that. I said, I think if we do all of these things, and he said he has been thinking about the same thing. So that was how it started. And the goal for me was, instead of the old OGs fighting the youngins and the youngins disrespecting them, why don't I look for a platform, a bridge, to actually get them that, look, this thing is not fight against ourselves, it's the fight against poverty. And we all need to understand. I said, let me put all of these things in music. And the real reason why I had to start using those songs, which brought about the Unfinished Business, is I don't think there's anything created that is fully created. There is always something that you understand that can be added. There is no perfect, there's no perfection anywhere. When people say they are perfect and all of that, it's just a scam. Even God that created the Garden of Eden put a serpent in there. So there is nothing really created. God created, what is it called? Trees. We cut wood out of it, we made chairs and all of that. So for every song that I think was created, I think there is still a newer way, you understand, to create it. And those songs, by the way, they've influenced most of the new songs that we are hearing. And all of that. So I just felt like, let me bring back the nostalgia feeling. What if these youngins are in my own time and they are the ones singing this song? How are they going to express it? And that was what you saw with. By the way, like I said, it's Unfinished Business. The business cannot be finished.
But it's more coming, definitely.
We started work on this.
I mean, I should mention that I particularly love the Reimagined project. I love Olufumi, especially. I'm going to perform for you. I will be performing for ID Cabasa. you guys.
do what?
I will.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. So in this studio,
Jesus.
you better be ready for it.
Let them know yet that we brought Joe Tori. Now we're back. What to do is here.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Know your voice.
He's going to be happy about it. Trust
But
me.
the Olufumi track was really banging.
I mean, it was amazing. I love it so much.
Okay, let me quickly read your message because people are already angry that I'm not reading their message.
Sorry,
Let me
no.
read some. Okay, so this is at Lady's Closet. She said, ID Cabasa, where have you been? Are you not into music again? Well, he is. Let me drop this here. Say you're looking more younger and handsome. Wala, 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 wala. This other person said the unfinished business was goated, by the way. Yes, this is Black Boy Shay for saying that. So he also said, sir, do you think the advent of Amapiano, the log drums especially, has made Nigerian producers lazy and or less or more innovative? Do you think, what do you say on that?
In Amapiano, by the way, it's coming from somewhere. There is Kwaito.
Yes.
There's a type of music. This is not, I won't say that we started using log drum right now, but you see, like I said, no business is finished. For every genre of music, there is always a time that is going to evolve into something. By the way, when the log drum thing came, I think, I might be wrong, this is my opinion.
Yes.
We did very well. Nigeria, we did very well. Especially shout out to Magix. That actually produced Ashake, and what he did with what is it called, the log drum and all of that was exceptionally good. Now I think we have started moving away from Amapiano again, and we are moving to something. So it's a function of what is trendy, what is viral, but at the same time, which I will advise most producers to do, make sure you actually have something that is authentic about yourself in it. Every viral moment will come and it will go, but make sure your class. You don't lose it.
Love it. Love it.
Can we have an extra hour?
Today, Cho, can we have 1 hour, please?
Can we have an
Extra.
extra
Let's keep this conversation
Let's
going.
just spill into the next show.
But you know, unfortunately, we can't. Guys, yes, it's been an amazing show. It's been an amazing show. We can say so. We've been having so much fun, and but because of time, we have to go. And ID Cabasa, thank you for coming out to have this conversation with us. We're super excited that we've been able to touch on a few things. At least now we are clear. You did not leave. You didn't transform or switch or transition to gospel. You are still ID Cabasa. Has always
And to
been
those
there.
that have transitioned, I think the church should support them more.
The church will support them. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for everybody sending us messages. We love you. Keep it coming. We'll still read it, even if as we have closed the show, we'll still tell it. So any secret you want to tell him now, you can send it.
Send us
We'll ask him. But we're going to be doing this again same time next week. Take 3 happens every Monday to Friday. So please, guys, tell everybody, tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, your enemy, anybody.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes. To come and join us to have these conversations and, you know, hang out with the superstars.
Yes.
So thank you guys for coming. Thank you, ID Cabasa, once again.
Well,